Kurt Busch with a 2.4-second lead over Jeff Gordon at Pocono, and time now for another AT&T fastest pit crew update. And let's take a look at the teams that have spent the least amount of time on pit road today. You see Juan Pablo Montoya, Clint Boyer, and there is the race leader, Kurt Busch, just over 3 minutes today. Who do you think will win the fastest pit crew this week? Well, AT&T customers can text their vote to 234-567. It's that easy from your AT&T phone. And if you would like to know who won the fastest pit crew competition today, all you have to do is text in and you will get the results from AT&T. It is the AT&T fastest pit crew.
You know, Montoya's leading this thing for the pit crew thing, but I'm not sure, and Wally and I both said the same thing, I'm not sure I totally agree with Brian Patty with that 2-tire stop to change for track position. But he's sitting on that pit box. I'm not sitting on that pit box. But I'm going to say this. I totally agree with him holding that car an extra couple of seconds on pit road to make sure that thing was totally packed full of fuel this time, because if the race plays out, he's going to need that extra little bit.
See Denny Hamlin here. He is third, led 76 laps today, Marty.
And Adam, Denny is a 4-time Pocono winner. We've seen him win races here many different ways. Seen him dominate races. We've seen him go back in the field, caution on the track right now. So we've seen him win a bunch of different ways. But as we approach what could be some of the final stops of the day, Denny getting a little bit worried, Adam.
So we have got...
Mike, did be thinking about taking a big swing at this. We haven't touched it all day. Yeah, 10-4 to get some of the front air back in it to get it back off that splitter.
Fourth caution of the day.
Tell you what, I was just watching the lap before that. There was a heck of a race going down for the lucky dog. And I think Mark got it, but there are all those guys. Did Mark get it?
The 5, yes. Mark
they were
Martin.
all packed up, man. They were.
It's big for Mark Martin, who was 23rd when the caution came out, and now he will be back on the lead lap and in the game. 45 laps to go. We'll get pit stops, and no doubt now everyone pits here, and if it stays green, you know they can do it on one more stop from this stage. After they pit under caution, I should point out. The race leader under caution, Kurt Busch. He's led 36 laps today. 4 cautions this afternoon, each one for debris on the racetrack, including this one, with just under 50 laps to go. Jeff Gordon right behind Kurt Busch in second. Hamlin, Montoya, Johnson, the top 5.
And you want to get your setup right here, because the next pit stop you make, you may not have enough time to be messing around as far as changing the setup on the car.
Yes.
So it's really important right now to make a big swing on this thing if it's not working, because this is really your last shot if it goes green the rest of the way.
We will get the pit stops here. Lap 156, Ralph.
Here comes Kyle Busch down pit lane. He says the car's a little too loose off. It's not fantastic, not too bad, and a little free up and off. They're going to put 4 tires of fuel in. He comes sliding into a stop, and he's good to go. Matt, 4 tires of fuel.
Jeff Gordon felt like the racetrack changed the most that last run for him than it has all day. Air pressure changed, the car way too free. To Marty.
Matt, here comes a big swing at the bottom of your screen for Denny Hamlin. A pound in the right rear, pound in the front, both front tires to get that splitter off the ground. Also a round and a quarter in the left rear of the wedge, trying to get that car to loosen up, still tight. Top of your screen, Kurt Busch. All they're going to do is a 2/10 of an air in the left rear for Kurt Busch. He loses a ton of spots on pit road. And once again, Juan Montoya is your winner on pit road, Adam.
And the reason why, Marty, once again, 2 tires. Montoya wins the battle off pit road. Jeff
he knows
Gordon
more than me. That's all I know.
him. We'll get the field set when we return, including Dale Earnhardt Jr., who had a pit stop problem.
NASCAR Sprint Cup Racing from Pocono Raceway is brought to you by Goodyear, the official tire of NASCAR. Goodyear, more driven. By DirecTV. Only DirecTV gets you the latest box office hits first, months before Netflix. Call 1-800-DirecTV. And by Sprint, proud sponsor of the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series.
TNT Wednesday, they're turning the courtroom upside down. This much fun should be illegal. Don't miss an all-new Franklin and Bash Wednesday, 9/8 Central, only on TNT.
Trouble for Denny Hamlin, left rear flat. I'm surprised that thing didn't come off and it just tear the fender. He got very lucky. He made it back to pit lane because he came across the start-finish line with it flat. Going to lose a lot of track position, but they're going to get it fixed.
And Tony Stewart had not made a pit stop under this caution. He's in now, Larry.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the reason he did this, guys, remember, he only has high gear. He does not have third gear. And on a restart, you would absolutely get run over. So he stayed out. They get the one to go. He comes to pit road. He'll be at the back of the field, quite honestly, where he needs to be without third gear.
But how big of a split is it now? Because the gears are tight anyway, Larry. How big is the split between second and fourth?
I think the split between second and fourth isn't as big because third gear is so tall in these cars, but still, you don't want to be out there. Tony's the kind of guy, he doesn't want to get in anybody's way either, but I think the big development there is Denny. I'd like to see if he's able to come back through the field. He's got a full fuel run, and I feel like from following him, he wasn't going 100%. When I saw him early in the race, he was holding back a little bit, so we're going to see how fast that 11 car is now.
Yeah, he'll have to go 100% now because he's going to restart 21st.
Oh, my God. I thought that was a great impersonation of Carl Edwards going on there by Larry McReynolds.
Hey, Larry.
I didn't get that for a minute. Oh, my God, Larry, you had me for a minute.
Hey, Larry, ask Carl what he's doing next week. He's pretty good at this, you know?
I will be in the Aflac Ford Fusion at Michigan. I will not be in the booth.
I just want you to know this TV work is some hard stuff.
I can see how tough it is. Yeah, I really feel for you guys.
What about the two-tire stop for Montoya, Carl?
I think the reason he stopped is not because Brian Patty thought, hey, I'm going to get a big advantage here. I think he was worried that other people saw what they did early. They were going to take two, and then he was going to be way back. So I think he did it again. But he's still the only guy up there getting two tires, and I don't know if it's going to pay off in the long run.
And clean air. You have fallen victim a lot to that.
Yeah, clean air is huge. Montoya will probably get another great start like he did before, and if he's got the clean air, he might have something for him.
Jeff Gordon with him on the front row. He gets the restart with 41 to go.
Yeah, but then he's got to turn. I think the guys with the four tires are going to be better off when he gets to the corner.
Kurt Busch, Jimmy Johnson right behind. Denny Hamlin on this restart in the 20th position after that tire issue, and there goes Gordon to the inside for the lead.
And Jimmy Johnson's right there, pushing him down on the low side, and those two guys are going to smoke through and take the spot away.
It worked for Jeff Gordon. Jimmy Johnson trying to do the same, and Kurt Busch lines up in that inside lane.
3 wide, here we go.
Spread them out and let them race. Kurt Busch on the bottom lane, going to go to second in the running order.
Kyle Busch in the 18 car making some ground down there on the bottom. Boy, 24 set sail.
Talked about the situation for Tony Stewart. He is now 25th on the scoreboard. What's the latest on the 11, Marty?
Well, Adam, we found the problem for Denny Hamlin. This is the left rear tire that came off, and if you'll notice, there is no valve stem here. All the air leaked out of the tire. They have no idea how the valve stem came off, but it definitely came off when the 11 team put it on.
Yeah, I guess if anything good out of it, they did it. It happened before they went back green.
And it happened on a yellow pit stop. Look at these guys right at the top.
3 wide for third. That's Kyle Busch to the inside of Montoya.
Remember all that, give and taken?
Yeah, it's gone.
We're not there anymore.
We're within 40. We're within 40 to go. Yeah. But here they're still 3 wide going into turn 3.
Yeah, Kevin Harvick started 32nd. It's his time of the race. He's back in the top 10 and trying to get around Ryan Newman here. This would put him 6th.
Johnson's lost a lot of spots, and a lot of that has to do with it. He seems to keep finding himself in the center. Uh-oh, we got somebody smoking down there. Is that of the 11
like
car? Denny Hamlin's got smoke coming out the back.
Oh.
And it's that left rear tire again. Hamlin dominated the first half of this race, leading 76 laps.
And he had to have been hit in the left rear corner to knock the valve stem out and to still have a rub.
Yeah, probably in pit lane.
And to still have a rub because obviously they didn't anticipate the rub.
What's the latest, Marty?
Adam, there is damage on the left rear. Also, that Mike Ford told him keep going. There is some rubber wrapped around the housing. They think part of that is burn off from that rubber burning off, but there also obviously is a rub as well, guys.
Yeah, and that's a good point. Yeah, now the quarter panel's gone.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, something definitely contact-wise there somewhere.
Yeah, now the lower quarter panel's gone, and it could be exactly like Mike said. There could be rubber as you blow one of these things or they come apart. It wraps around the housing itself. Lucky sometimes they don't bust a brake line or pull a brake line off.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. riding 12th in this race. He was in the top 10 most of the afternoon.
And just watching the 11 cars, normally when you don't have that fender down, it loosens up the car. He's lost downforce on the car because of that damage, so he's not going to have as good enough car as he had earlier.
And Larry can always speak better to these things than I can, and I will say that. We talk so much about dirty air. We talk so much about downforce. We talk so much about aero push and aero loose and things like that. We're talking about air going not only over the car, but under the car. The air that comes and escapes from the side panels, the air that's vented out from under the car. And when you get that left rear beat in like that, it totally changes the airflow around the car.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. going over the line in his pit stall in that last cycle. That's why he's outside the top 10. At the front, his teammate, Jeff Gordon. Jeff Gordon leads Kurt Busch, and there we got problems. Greg Biffle was back close to the top 10, spinning off the turn 3.
All right.
And he hits
right there, try to get it going.
No caution. No caution on the track.
No caution.
He's going to need some rubber, that's for sure.
Come on down.
There's nothing left on those 4 tires.
4 tires.
34 laps to go. That will put you squarely behind the 8 ball.
Well, if you're going to spin, that's a really good place to do it.
Perfect place. And you know, he spun far enough off the racetrack. As you watch this, he spins far enough off the racetrack, and this racetrack is so wide, as you see coming up out of turn 4.
Right here when he spun?
Yeah.
I think that Greg Irwin's like, pit, 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 pit. No, I'm sure he wasn't.
No. But as he buzzed the tires and that thing come around, I mean, perfect place, just as you said. Because now, even though he did lose a lot of time, he's still hauling the mail here like it's a green flag stop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And because he passed the cone and because of the stuff, he circles around, he comes on in, can change his tires. Now this is early, way early in the run, but at the same time, it's not going to kill him.
The view riding with Dale Jr.
Come on, keep coming there. No caution. No caution. Keep coming.
And with 33 laps to go, he's outside the window to be able to go the distance, which kills him too.
Yeah, that's going to kill him on that part. But you know, if they catch another caution, he's okay. But at this point in time, he's basically taking him out of a one-stop race to now he's a two-stop race.
Right.
Started 37th, had an issue on pit road fueling the car, lost a ton of track position there, had worked his way up to 12th, and then that spin you just saw. Jeff Gordon leads, Kurt Busch 0.8 of a second behind and closing in. There you see the 24, the 22 right behind. Then it's the younger Busch brother, Kyle, in 3rd. Montoya, who has led 38 laps today, in 4th. NASCAR fans voted at sprint.com/speed on the driver they wanted to go in car with today, and it would be one Dale Earnhardt Jr. Listen in.
That's a downshift.
The EvoCam taking you on board with Dale Earnhardt Jr. Fuel your inner NASCAR fan with live in-car audio and real-time stats. Available on NASCAR Sprint Cup Mobile and the HTC Evo 4G. Only from Sprint at sprint.com/speed. Jeff Gordon leading with 31 laps to go at